Good morning, this is Airpost Creations 2021. This is my Shaman Oracle reading for this week. I'm running a bit late, or not a bit, I'm running late. Sorry for that. Today I like to read for Leo, Virgo, Libra and Scorpio, and this reading here now is for Scorpio. Welcome, Scorpio. We start with the good tarot card. Out for you came the 10 of Air. It is about graceful endings and hopeful beginnings and a meeting, a point of epiphany and an end to all the old ways of thinking. See this? It is all up from here as I bless the ending, grateful for the lessons that I have learned that can free me from the patterns that no longer serve me. I allow my circumstances to end with grace, as I know something better can appear at any time. I am thankful that from now on I can respond differently to any challenging situation. Next card is the Psychic Tarot card. Out came Hope. This is a card that focuses on the qualities of hope, faith, healing, aspiration, success, and finally enlightenment. So when the card appears, know that a special wish that you have made may now be fulfilled. So the Hope card will help to show you that the impossible can indeed become the possible. The force that works through you is determining what is possible and the difference between success over failure, and above all, who you are. It is the power of your belief. The card serves as a reminder to use your natural ability of intuition, the language of the soul, as you reach for your goals and your desires. The future can be yours when you have hope and you trust in everything you do. Soon others will be attracted and will be drawn to your inner light. So learn to share your experiences and lessons, for those around you will also realize that by having faith and pushing forward where one might have felt no hope at all is the key to success. Above all, maintaining a positive attitude starting right now, this very minute, so will allow your soul to soar, and you will discover an opportunity to shine as you reach for the stars. And the traditional tarot archetype for this card Hope is the star. Next is the Dungeons and Dragons card. Out came the Fool and says to follow your heart with innocence and with wonder. And the special message is that you encounter a gnome who says that if you follow him, he will lead you to a wondrous treasure. Yes, a fool can do such a thing, I think. Next card is the Sacred Destiny card. That one is simplicity, relating to the white feather. Asking you to imagine now a single white feather illuminated against a blue sky and wafting on warm air currents as the feather floats to the earth with simplicity and with grace. Both the Native Americans and the Egyptians, they thought feathers were messages from the sky gods. Chiefs, they would wear feathers to symbolize their communion with the Creator, and it was believed that one would wear feathers on one's head, then the messages from a human could travel to the spirit world. And likewise, messages and energy from the spiritual realms could then travel back down to the human being through the hollow shaft of a feather. Feathers, they were also wafted through the air to cleanse and to purify a particular space. So the sacred landscape wants you to know, to find a sacred simplicity and to have clarity in your life. Do only what matters to you. Release everything else and simplify your life, and scan all areas and clear both the internal and external clutter. Then rest, rejuvenate, and only participate in what is truly important to you. Relinquish everything else. Do not delay, and do it now. When your life is cluttered with objects, relationships, time constraints, and emotions, there is no room for spirit. There is too much static and too much stuff that connects to your soul. So the smallest amount of clutter clearing can make the biggest difference in your life. The mystical shaman oracle card for you is Luminous Warrior. The essence is that a luminous warrior has no enemies in this world or in the next. He is impeccable in his word and his deeds. He is focusing on his light rather than on what hides in the darkness. Since he is casting no shadow, he is as radiant as the sun and can transform his most terrible enemy into his ally. His power comes not from the sword, his power comes not from his sword, but from speaking his truth at all costs. The invitation here is that a luminous warrior reminds you it is important to focus on your power, your wisdom, and your beauty. So do not be seduced by what seems wrong with you or with this world. Remember that intention always follows attention, so focus on your positive traits and feed your light with more light until you feel truly empowered. And then there will be little need for action as you resolve all situations from within. There is medicine aspect here, asking, are you being tempted by your emotions to follow your lower instincts? Are you being invited to enter into a quarrel with someone? Put your sword away. This is not a time for any battle. Your enemy is not who you think it is, so do not act from a place of anger that will damage your relationships and hurt the ones that you care most about. Find a truth hiding in your heart that will affirm your instinct for peace rather than for war. And the last card is the Bob Ross Oracle card. Out came the Survivor. That goes well with the reading here, I think. Bob Ross was himself a survivor. He was braving the death of his father when he was young, and later the death of his beloved wife to cancer. He had already survived one bout with lymphoma cancer before he began working on the joy of painting, only for it to return again a few decades later. And even during the most difficult period, he worked diligently with a smile on his face and brought the world happiness through his show. Bob understood that there is beauty even in sadness. And he said, yes, you have got to have life and death in nature because it shows the reality. Plus, those old nasty looking dead things, they make everything else look so beautiful in a painting. So the survivor does not give up even during the darkest times, but finds a way to move forward and then still find joy in life. And I said this is a good reading for Scorpio because Scorpio is said to rise again like the phoenix out of all troubles of life. So I think that was a very good reading for all Scorpios. I hope you liked it. I thank you for listening. Wishing you all a beautiful day. Sending out lots of love. Take care and goodbye.